NEET aspirants, welcome to Kings NEET Series. நம்ம இந்த எபிசோட்ல பிசிக்ஸோட டிப்ஸ் அண்ட் ட்ரிக்ஸ் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்க போறோம். ஸோ அதுக்கு முன்னாடி லெட்ஸ் வெல்கம் ஒன் ஆஃப் த மோஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஃபேக்கல்டிஸ் ஃபார் நீட் கோச்சிங், மிஸ்டர் ஆண்டனி. வணக்கம் சார்.
வணக்கம்
சார். இப்போ ஃபிசிக்ஸில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய விஷயம் இருக்கு. ஸோ அதோட டிப்ஸ் அண்ட் ட்ரிக்ஸ்லாம் என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கொஞ்சம் ப்ரீஃபாக சொல்லுங்க சார்.
கண்டிப்பாக அதை ஷேர் பண்ணி ஆகணும். ஏன்னா இப்போது பிள்ளைங்க நீட்டுக்காக ரொம்ப சீரியஸாக ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணின்னு இருக்காங்க. அதில் பர்டிகுலராக ஃபிசிக்ஸ் சப்ஜெக்டை ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணும்போது தான் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரகிள் பண்ணுவாங்க. இந்த டிப்ஸை ஃபஸ்ட்டு சொல்லிடுறேன், ட்ரிக்ஸ்லாம் பிறகு சொல்கிறேன். ஆனால் அந்த ட்ரிக்ஸ் அவங்க தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டாங்கன்னா they can solve the problems easily within a minute. There are certain problems where they can do the problem, get the correct answer within 1 minute or less than 1 minute. That's students should learn that type of tricks. Now the tips. As I said already, if you want to learn physics and do the problems in physics, first be thorough with the mathematical operations. For example, direction is involved. You should know scalars and vectors, resolution of force. Or if you, for example, if you know scalars and vectors, scalar product. Some 5-6 problems can be solved only based on scalar product. For example, electric flux, magnetic flux. These are all very simple. In both the lesson it comes. And easily they can solve using dot product. If they know vector product, cross product, they can solve force on a charged particle moving in a magnetic field, torque, angular momentum, like this. So these two tools must be known. If they know, definitely in the NEET they can solve 2 problems. Many problems are possible, but in 2 places it is definitely useful. Otherwise, in the NEET problem, it will come as a linked topic. So they must know all the mathematical tools first, thorough, like integration. Suppose a body is rotating, they should know trigonometry, sin theta, cos theta, tangent theta, directions to find out. They should know trigonometry. That involves with the turning objects. Suppose an object has a regular shape, triangle, rectangle, square. They should know formulae related with that particular shape of the object. Like this, they must be thorough with all these things, because this data will not be provided in the sum. They must learn the formulae thoroughly. That's the one part. Another one, certain answers they can find out only by using dimensions. That's the one can be taken as a trick, can be taken as a tip. They do not know any value. Based on the units or based on the dimensions, they can easily choose the correct answer. Another one is the power of 10. That's another tip, also trick. Based on the power of 10, you need not do calculations. You can check the powers easily and you can choose the answer. So they must be thorough with all the mathematical operations. One more tip is they should know how to convert a given formula into another form. For example, we all know very well force equal to mass into acceleration, ma. 3 factors are there. 2 factors will be given. Third factors can be easily determined. For example, F is given, mass is given, acceleration is asked, a equal to F by m. That formula transformation they should know. They should know how to convert one system of unit into another system. Dear future doctors, in the NEET physics problems, units may be given in CGS system, which you will have to convert it into SI system. Or units will be given in a SI system, answer may come in a CGS system. Or some answers will be given in a scientific notation. These are the basic things. You should know all these things. These are the tips for the preparation for a physics exam. So learn all these kind of things. Whatever you need as a very important for me to prepare or for you to prepare for the NEET exam, take a note of it and thorough with that. Suppose if you struggle, which one to be chosen to solve the problem? Find out what is the right tool. This is how they should prepare. These are the tips.
So, what are the tricks?
Tricks, beautiful. Dear future doctors, if you want to solve problems in physics, try to learn as many tricks as possible. In other words, as many shortcuts as possible. In the previous episode, I explained you very well, there is a difference between preparation for the board exam as well as preparation for the NEET exam. Now you are preparing for the NEET exam. Now you are not going to write step by steps. You are going to get the correct answer. And you should not make any mistake. And that is possible only if you know certain shortcuts to say very simple steps. In a physics NEET exam, physics questions will be multi-pronged questions. That means to do one sum, different concepts should be put in together. They should know all this. So be familiar with all this informations. For example, I will tell you one small trick. An object is dropped from the top. Be careful, it is dropped, not thrown down. It's a freely falling body. The fact that you should know, the students should know, when the body falls freely, its initial velocity is 0. Right. Now the question is, what will be the distance the freely falling body covers in the first second, then in the second, then in the third second? This is the question. Whenever you come across this type of questions, the ratio, the answer will be always 1:3:5, 7:9, odd multiples. You will not make any mistakes, but you must be very sure that the question is of that freely falling body. This is called law of odds. And this law of odds is not given in the textbooks. You will find these things in some books where the tricks are given, where this type of problems are solved. The same concept can be taken. For example, a car travels. When the car travels, what will be the distance covered in the first 2 seconds? 0 to 2 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds, 4 to 6 seconds, etc. There also the same problem, 1:3:5:7. Then at any point of time, they can ask, what is the distance traveled from 8 seconds to 10 seconds? Using this concept, we can easily solve. This is one simple trick in the freely falling body. Suppose they will say a body is thrown up with a certain velocity u. What will be the velocity when it strikes the ground? They have to do big calculations. But striking the velocity is suppose if it is thrown with the 5 meter per second, when it strikes, it is minus 5 meter per second. Just opposite. From the building, they throw the stone and they will ask, throw the stone upwards. They will ask, what is the height of the tower or height of the building? The formula is S equal to ut plus half at square. If you reverse the formula, you will get the height. Half gt square minus ut. Simple. And they can get this idea only if they solve the problems. Is that clear? Is it enough?
Yes.
Now,
Very clear, sir.
Now, I can explain you one more concept. The students in physics struggle always with the resolution of a given vector. Say we travel, we pull certain object, pulling force, or we push the object, pushing force. In this one, you can calculate the work done. But you pull the suitcase. It is pulled at an angle, or it is pushed at some other angle. then what will be the force? What will be the work done? What is the force acting on the body? These things can be achieved by resolving the given vector into horizontal component and vertical component. Now I will explain this with the experiment.
இப்ப சார் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணத பிராக்டிகலா செய்து காமிக்க போறாரு. அது என்னன்னு பார்த்துட்டு வந்துடலாம்.
Now we know the work done is equal to force into the perpendicular distance along the direction of force. So when we calculate the work done, force applied is in two ways. One is a force pushed. So this is the pushing force. Another one is pulling force. For example, it's here, I pull the force. I apply the force, I pull, the vehicle moves. This is the pulling force. In both the case, the work done is along the direction of force. So the amount of force applied into the distance moved by the particle, by this vehicle, will give you the amount of work done. There is another case. Suppose instead of pulling straight, I pull the vehicle like this. Say this way. It is raised at an angle. The force is applied at an angle. It is not applied horizontally. It is applied at an angle. So if the force is applied at an angle, how to calculate the work done? And this is the important point to understand. This I will explain with this small stick. I keep this one. It represents the direction in which the force is applied, inclined. Now, the force can be resolved into two components. One is vertical component, upward. Another one is the vertical component like this, and this is the direction in which the force is applied. Another component is the horizontal component. So this vertical component is a F sine theta. This is the force applied, F. It is a F sine theta. The horizontal component is a direction of force. Horizontal is this one. It is F cos theta. Now we know work done equal to the force into the displacement along the direction of force. So F cos theta into the displacement will give you the work done. Now what is the work done by this force? Now this vertical force and the displacement are perpendicular to each other. So theta is 90 degrees. Work done is a F cos theta into displacement. Now cos 90 becomes 0. That is the total work done by the vertical force is 0. It means when the force and the distance moved are perpendicular to each other, the work done is 0. If the particle moves along the direction of force, work done is positive. Now we know a porter carries a load on his head and walks. The actually work done is 0 by the porter because his weight is on his head, weight is acting vertically downwards, and displacement is in the forward direction. Both are perpendicular to each other, therefore work done is 0. So dear future doctors, when you prepare yourself for physics to crack NEET, kindly understand every concept, understand the meaning of the formula used in that concept. What is the meaning of it? What is the significance of each term used? If you understand these things and study, learning physics will be much easier. Learning physics is very easy, but you must focus on it, understand the concept, application of that concept, understanding the concept, using that in solving the problem is the technique. So use this techniques and you can learn physics much easily. And there are many more concepts which can be explained like this in the easiest possible way, which are more abstract to understand, but if you see the model, you can understand it very clearly.
ஸோ இப்போ சார் உங்களுக்கு ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக செய்து காமிச்ச எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் கண்டிப்பாக ரொம்பவே யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்திருக்கும், ஒரு கான்செப்ட் கிளாரிட்டி கிடைச்சிருக்கும். ஸோ இதே மாதிரி உங்களை நெக்ஸ்ட் எபிசோட்ஸ் ஆஃப் கிங்ஸ் நீட் சீரீஸ்ல சந்திக்கிறேன். Until then, this is Jenny signing off. Tata, bye-bye.
Kings International Medical Academy.